Belgium, your 2026 Baltimore Ravens.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And Monday Night Prime Time is underway. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
People who get stuck on the last name or draft day fall will lose sight of the QB that this guy can be in the NFL. Confidence is a funny thing, especially from the outside, to judge what it may look like, what it may sound like, but I know this. You got to have it to play in this league.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. There's an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. There's a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So a dime look defensively from the Dolphins here on this 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Trying to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. And the Dolphins are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3 now, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
Oh, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. The tight end in motion now. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
1st down from the 42. They'll throw it. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Complete on the option. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Drake London with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
Sanders all set to send it away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. No one's around him. He's got space. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Sanders going to throw here on first. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen will be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
It is Tyler Loop now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Ravens going with a dime package now, 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. And on 4th down, they're about ready to punt. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. On him quick, and they bring him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. They send a tight end in motion. The give here on 2nd. His foray up the middle, nets about 3. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Dolphins going to counter with a dime package here. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He dodged the tackle. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run here on 1st down. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Hey, it's not a sack, but these edge players love chasing down runs for negative plays and tackles for loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This is caught inside the 15. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throwing on 2nd. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ravens 7.
Sanders all set to send it away.
To kick off for Miami.
Here's a return from the 7. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Baltimore running its offense out now. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Sanders steps up, and he's running with it. And give him the first down on that run, partner, as Sanders slides to a stop.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We've set it down from 37. To the air on 1st down. Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
31-yard line.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Their left side is nabbed by Bateman. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Sanders now on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Putting a receiver in motion. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Fields this at the 19. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. So Reed here will give to Mitchell. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw looking for LeJohntay Wester. And that brings up 3rd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 32. They're going play action. This one's to Rice out on the right side. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass play coming here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He'll try to do it himself. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
Punting unit out now. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Mitchell again. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action for Sanders. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 38 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're going to hand him a big loss on this 1st down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's Sanders now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He's back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. All set now. 1st and 10. It's Sanders out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Sanders setting the pass. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Mitchell off the pistol give. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. And they're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Back now, pressure coming. They set up the screen. It's Smith. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Dolphins with a little more work to do to win it here. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Setting up to pass. Pulls it at the 7. And he's going to be brought down as he sets his offense up with a 1st and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second.
And goal.
And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Here's second and goal from the 6. They've got a man in motion. He gets it again. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Jacobs. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was frightened, but they sent him backwards on third and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Sanders all set to send it away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Here's Tyler Loop in a high-pressure spot. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. The kick is off the mark, no good. And that miss extinguishes the last chance they had in this game.
The obvious disclaimer right here, Kate. Let's make sure the kicker doesn't, well, take the whole blame for this loss. Because, yes, it was a game-tying kick, but this team's performance and missed opportunities throughout, man, there were a lot of guys going to watch this tape and say to that kicker, I could have done more.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Line up the design keeper. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
What are you doing? Let's go home. Really? This cannot be happening.
Welcome to Everbank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight, we've got an entertaining one in store for you. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Through will be the charm. They won it! So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Cardinals as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.